For the best in news, sports, and great entertainment, tune to the #1 television network, NBC.
Preview, weekdays at 5 on WPTF TV 28.
#1, what is your name, please?
My name is Raydune Sullivan.
#2.
My name is Raydune Sullivan.
#3.
My name is Raydune Sullivan.
Only one of these people is the real Raydune Sullivan and is the only one sworn to tell the truth. Now let's meet our panel. Star and host of Downey on CNBC, Morton Downey Jr. Co-star of the popular Mama's Family, Dorothy Lyman. Star of the new feature film, Popcorn, Tom Galore. And to tell the truth's very own, Kitty Carlisle. Here's the host of To Tell the Truth, Gordon Elliott.
Thank you and welcome, panel. Good morning.
Good morning.
Kitty, you look beautiful.
All dressed up.
All dressed up and somewhere to go, and so do you, Dorothy.
Thank you.
Absolutely glamorous. As for the rest of you, Tom, you look very dapper.
Well, thank you.
And Morton, you've forced your time away from the movie set to join us today.
Oh, one is so busy on the pictures.
Beautiful. Let's get right to the first story presented by our first team of challengers, all three of whom claim to be Raydune Sullivan. And here is her story. Please read along with me, panel. I, Raydune Sullivan, worked as a maid for 5 years in the famous Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida. All was well until Donald and Ivana Trump bought Mar-a-Lago for $8 million. On their arrival, they put plastic ice buckets on the antique furniture in the guest rooms. I was amazed to see Mr. Trump eat greasy chicken on an irreplaceable lace bedspread. The Trumps had many house guests, and they inventoried everything after their guests departed. We on the staff were never allowed to eat leftovers after a party. And just like in a factory, we all had to punch time clocks. Mar-a-Lago is the most beautiful home I've ever worked in, but after 3 months, I decided to dump the Trumps. I quit. Signed, Raydune Sullivan. Welcome, challengers. And we're going to clean up the facts and find out more about upstairs, downstairs at the Trump Mansion right after this.
This is a pretty good breath mint. It's gotta be. Look at the size of it.
Well, I think a Tic Tac's better.
Come on.
No, really. That little Tic Tac freshens your breath every bit as well as that regular-sized Certs. And only 1.5 calories.
Incredible.
Why so glum, then?
Well, I think you have the better breath mint.
I knew that.
Tic Tac,
I did.
the incredible 1.5 calorie breath mint.
Would an I'm sorry and I love you help?
Introducing new Just How I Feel cards, only at Hallmark. Cards that say it just how you feel it.
Thank you, darling. My old home ec teacher ordered coleslaw, easy on the mayo. I said, welcome to Kraft Light. Guess she liked it. I got an A+. Welcome to Kraft.
The fresh, creamy taste of light mayonnaise.
Welcome back to Tell the Truth. All right, panel, these three people all claim to be Raydune Sullivan, the ex-maid of Donald and Ivana Trump. Let's start the questioning with Kitty Carlisle.
Thank you. Number one, I have to stand up for Ivana. She runs a very good hotel at the Plaza, and I can't believe she's a slob. But why did Mr. Trump eat greasy chicken on a lace bedspread? Why didn't he eat it in the dining room?
Because he wanted to watch television and made phone calls from the bedroom.
Ah, and number two, what was the name of the head butler?
Oh, Frank Moffat.
Thank you. Number three, what kind of things did they inventory when the guests left? What did they expect them to take? What could they take from the house that they could move? I know they had a lot of antique furniture, but you can't walk out with a table.
No, but you could walk out with a candelabra.
Tom, your comment.
Number 3, why were you in his bedroom while he was eating chicken?
Ah, very good question.
Well, he called me up to come and, tidy up while he was, after he'd eaten his chicken. And I noticed that it had spilled all over the bedspread.
Number 2, did you happen to say, that's a beautiful bedspread, you're going to get crumbs on it? Or are you not allowed to speak in that capacity?
We just turned around and walked back out of there.
And sort of bristle?
Yes, well.
She did, however, have to suck his fingers clean. Dorothy, your question.
Number 1, were you surprised when they separated?
No, I was not.
Number 2, have you thought of writing a book?
No.
Oh. All right, number 3, how many bedrooms were there in the mansion?
In the bedrooms, probably about 15.
Oh, all right. Number 1, were the kids nice?
The kids were wonderful. They were much, much better behaved than they were. Oh. I can tell you that.
Oh, well, your mind.
Number 2, were you upstairs or downstairs?
All over.
Morton.
Number 3, who is Dina Merrill?
She is the daughter of the former owner of Mar-a-Lago.
And number 2, Post's Raisin Bran cereal. Any connection to Mar-a-Lago?
Mrs. Post was the
heiress, right. Number 1, what is the name of the country and bathing club across from Mar-a-Lago?
That's the bathhouse.
Okay.
Sounds like you've stayed there. Can't crack the intelligence. Time's up, and it's time to vote for either number 1, number 2, or number 3. Our team of challengers will receive $500 for each incorrect vote with a guarantee of $1,000. And if the panel is filled completely, the team will receive $3,000. And panel, if you're ready to cast your ballots, we'll start with Kitty Carlisle.
Well, number 1 said the bathhouse. I think that's the bath part of their estate, but that's not the country club. And number 3 said 15 bedrooms. I think they're more than that. I've never stayed there. And I do have to stick up for the Trumps. I can't believe they're so messy. I voted for number 2.
Oh, there you go. Tom, what do you think?
Well, I was all set to go for number 3 until she wasn't sure what she was doing in that bedroom. She was pretty sure. But number 1 seemed like she would be the most horrified about greasy chicken on a beautiful bedspread.
Yes. She had righteous indignation.
Yes, that
Dorothy?
Well, I'm very glad to hear that the children are sweet in any event, but I voted for number 3 because it just seems that she has the spunk to quit if she didn't like her employers.
And Morton, your collective
I really wanted to vote for number 1, and I thought, no, number 2 is the one. And then I thought, no, number 3 can serve me greasy chicken anytime.
Oh, I see, a man who always votes intellectually. Okay, let's look at the vote. We've got number 1 with 1 vote, number 2 with 1 vote, and number 3 has 2 votes. Now, will the real ex-maid to Donald and Ivana Trump please stand up? Oh! Well, you got it, Kitty. You must understand that Kitty Carlisle is the only one amongst us who actually has staff and can pick these kinds of things. And isn't it so hard to get good mates these days? Raydune, who are you working for currently?
I'm not working anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I got married and I quit working.
Really? My place needs a touch-up if you... Well, there were 3 incorrect votes at $500 a vote, so your team will receive $1,500. But let's find out about the imposters, who they really are. Number 1, what's your name and what do you really do?
I'm Maria Diane Schroeder, and I write poetry and prose. And I'm from Vienna, Austria.
And you're beautiful. Now, number 3?
My name is Jane Gaston, and I manage a cowboy boot store in Beverly Hills.
Well, 1 kick for you. There we go. 1 over the goalpost. Thank you very much for being with us here today on To Tell the Truth. And after this message, we'll be back with a man who had a $100,000 contract on his life.
I've got great news. Now you can get a sample of Depend undergarments with Absorblock free. Just call our toll-free number. Absorblock is a leakage protection system only Depend elastic leg undergarments have. A super absorbent system that locks in 25% more. So if you're not using Depend, now is the best time. Call toll-free for your free sample of Depend with Absorblock protection and get back into life.
That's me, Christina Ferrari, after I had my baby. Since then, I lost 25 pounds in 3 months with the Ultra Slim Fast plan. It was easy. Ultra Slim Fast is really delicious and satisfying. I'd have a thick chocolate shake for breakfast, another for lunch, then a great dinner. I love Ultra Slim Fast. It gave me back my figure, and I feel great. Now the only baby fat in this family is on the baby.
Ultra Slim Fast. Give us a week. We'll take off the weight.
Ain't nobody's business.
Introducing
Ain't nobody's business.
new Tampax Compact tampons.
Nobody's business but my own.
Compact. The secret is the small plastic applicator. Nobody knows you're carrying it. Or wearing it. Compact. New small plastic applicator, but full Tampax protection. From the name more of us trust.
Ain't nobody's business but your own.
Tampax Compact tampons.
Uncle Charlie hasn't thought about his dentures all day, because he thought about Orifix this morning.
Orifix 'em. That'll fix 'em.
Orifix has extra hold to hold dentures tight day and night. Orifix 'em. That'll fix 'em.
When constipation strikes, you feel bloated, twisted. You just can't go on. You want fast medicine. X-Lax to put you back on top of the world. Fast. X-Lax, the right medicine.
We're back, and let's meet our next team of challengers.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is William Romer.
Number 2.
My name is William Romer.
Number 3.
My name is William Romer.
Okay, let's find out, panel, who the real William Rona is. And it's up to you to decide which of these three is that man. And here is his story. I, William Rona, had a $100,000 contract put out on my life. I was a special agent for the FBI and put 50 notorious gangsters behind bars. I became one of the most decorated agents in the history of the FBI. At one point, I had to make a deal with the mob because they were threatening my wife. We agreed that we would follow the mafia code. Wives and children were off limits. In my autobiography, Roma, Man Against the Mob, I have exposed the underworld lives of men like Sam Momo Giancana, Tony Big Tuna Accardo, and Mad Sam DeStefano. In my forthcoming book, I put the finger on the mob in Las Vegas. Signed, William Roma. Welcome, contestants, and let us start the questioning this time with Morton Downey Jr.
Number 1, did the FBI retire you with a pension?
Yes, they certainly did.
Number 2, did the FBI retire you with a pension?
Yes, they did.
And number 3, same question?
Yes, sir.
How many years were you with the FBI, number 1?
30 years.
Number 2, how many years with the FBI?
29 years.
Number 3, how many years?
24 years.
I'm afraid I have to disqualify myself. I believe I know.
Oh, you do? Okay, in that case, that counts as a vote in favor of the contestants, okay? You believe you know who that person is. Okay, we'll carry on. That's one for you. Dorothy, your turn.
Listen, I've never heard of the mob, no. Listen, what about Salman Rushdie? Do you think writing about these people is any safer?
Talking to number 1?
Yes, number 1.
Yes, I think writing is safer than getting into the arena against them. Yes, I certainly do.
All right. Number 2, where did Big Tuna get that nickname?
Well, he got it from some of his associates out of New York as well as Chicago.
Because he liked tuna?
That was one of the reasons.
Right. All right, number 3, have you made any film deals?
No, I have not.
All right. And number...
He used to catch the tuna with his teeth, Dorothy.
Number 1, that's a sizable sum. Were you flattered that you were worth that much, Dad?
I don't know that I was flattered. When I learned about it, it concerned me for a little bit, but eventually the cooler heads prevailed.
Number 2, how did you find out how much you were worth to them not around?
Well, the word was out on the street, and I got some phone calls from some of my undercover people.
Number 3, how do you make a deal with the mob? You call them up and say, stay away from my wife. Who do you call?
Fortunately, we had a rapport. I had a rapport with one of the top ones in Chicago, Tony Accardo. And he and...
What a beautiful relationship it was. Kitty.
Number 3, you may continue. He what?
He and I sat down one night, we talked and walked, and we made the agreement.
Thank
no
you.
wives and children on both sides.
Thank you. Number 1, what constitutes a child? How old do you have to be?
Constitutes a what?
A
Kitty?
child. How old, I mean, how old can you be to still be a child?
To be a child?
Yeah.
I'm now 64 years old. I'm still a child, I think.
Now, number 2, you know what I mean. If wives and children are off limits, what's the cutoff
basically,
point?
it was considered anybody that was still in your household, and a child is a child no matter what its age was.
No matter how old. Number 3, organized crime. Would you say that it rules this country?
It has a definite impact on a lot of aspects of things in our country.
Number 2, why doesn't the government get rid of them?
I'm sorry, Kitty, we've got to leave it there. Time is up, and it's time to vote, as you can see, for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Our team of challengers will each receive $500 for every incorrect vote, including the one that Morton disqualified himself with, at a guarantee of $1,000. And if the panel is filled completely, the team will receive $3,000. Now, panel, if you're ready to cast your ballots, that's one incorrect vote because Morton's expelled himself from this. And we have Dorothy. What's your vote?
Well, I wanted to vote for number 2 because it looks like he went to their tailor, but I was really taken by number 3's story about the walk and the talk in Chicago, so I voted for him.
Okay, Tom.
I was going to vote for number 1 because he seems really calm, and if somebody called and said, I'm going to kill your wife, he seemed like he could cope. I would fly out the window. But number 3, again, the story of the walk and the talk, it sounded like you were there, and I really believed him, you.
And Kitty.
Well, number 1 didn't want to answer my question. I know he understood it, but he didn't want to. Number 3 gave too much information. I've been interviewed by the FBI, and I know they don't tell you anything. And number 2 stood in a kind of semi-military stance up there with his hands behind his back, and he didn't tell you any more than he had to about Mr. Tuna. So I voted for number 2.
Okay. Nothing about Tony Tuna. Kitty got it. Okay, the votes are in. None for number 1. 1 for number 2. And 2 for number 3. Let's find out who the real gangbuster is. Will the real William Romer please stand up? Congratulations. You stumped the panel. Now, Morton, how did you know that this was the real man?
Well, because we've done a show or 2 before.
Okay. Now, William, of course, you've stumped the panel, and therefore you and your teammates all go home collectively with $3,000, including the incorrect vote that Morton gave you. Number 2, who are you, really, and what do you do?
My name is Earl Ellsworth. I'm Vice President of Sales for Hart Hanks Direct Marketing.
And number 3, your 2 votes. What do you do? What's your name?
My name is Jim Gillis. I'm the owner of KRXV Radio, and also I'm president of Gillis Broadcasting, both here in Los Angeles.
Well, congratulations. You told a beautiful story. Thank you all. And thanks for being with us today on To Tell the Truth. We've added something new on To Tell the Truth. It's called One-on-One, and we'll be back to play it with someone from our studio audience right after this.
You know, I can still remember the very first candy given to me by my grandfather. It was Werther's Original, and I was 4. I had a little trouble opening that shiny golden wrapper, but then, well, I'll never forget that first taste. Sweet and creamy and just plain good. But there was something else, too. I remember feeling I must be somebody very special when my grandpa gave me his wonderful butter candy. So, now I'm the grandfather. And what else would I give my little grandson but my Werther's Original? He's somebody special, too.
Everybody loves the squeeze. Squeeze! Sherman says, don't hold back.
Every family needs squeezing.
Don't resist.
If it's soft, who needs a reason? Everyone should have some squeezing fun.
And with squeezable softness, Sherman's the one. Don't hold back.
Everybody agrees. Take that softness and give it a squeeze.
Don't hold back. Everybody loves a little squeeze.
It's Saturday. Do you need a better hand soap? Not us, we can't cope. We don't need no lava soap, no. Ladies' hands don't get that dirty. We don't need no lava soap.
Regular soap won't always work, but lava with Thomas will. Paint, grease, dirt, whatever. Lava's better. Interested?
Not particularly, no. We don't need no lava soap, no. Children's hands don't get that dirty. No, no, no.
Lava, but don't try to cope without it, soap.
Hillshire Farm. Think about fast. Think about good. Think about fast, delicious ways that you could serve it up. Hillshire Farm. Think about it, yeah, tonight.
A masterpiece in terror continues.
Hello. They home?
Sure you want to do this?
And a nightmare in suspense begins.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
Roman?
Illusion.
Freeze right there!
Or reality.
Roman?
Days of Our Lives on NBC.
Welcome back, and now it's time to play one-on-one with someone from our studio audience. Burton, who do you have for us today?
Well, Gordon, meet Marilyn Cochran from Prairie Village, Kansas.
Welcome, Marilyn.
Hi, Gordon.
Here is your big chance to play one-on-one, and I want you to meet a lady now, Marilyn, with 2 stories to tell you. Her name is Laurie John Jones. Welcome, Laurie.
How are you?
Very well. Now, Laurie is going to tell us 2 stories, Marilyn, only one of which is the truth. If you can spot the true story, you win $500. Now, Laurie, what is your first story?
I've been shooting pool since I was 4 years old. I'm the world pocket billiard champion.
Now, Marilyn, that may or may not be the truth. Let's listen to Laurie's second story.
I invented a 5-foot-long pillow to keep me company in bed when my husband is away. Now you can buy one too. I call it Pillowmate.
Okay, now, panel, to help Marilyn win $500, you'll ask one question about each story. I'm going to start with story number 1, that of billiards champion. Kitty, you're on.
Thank you. Number one, number one. Just tell me, what is a carom shot?
A carom shot is when you hit the cue ball off of another object ball to hit another object ball.
Oh, Tom.
How did you reach the table when you were 4 years old?
My dad built me a stool around the table, or a platform.
Dorothy.
Are you the female champion or the...
Yes, female, out of women.
Morton.
Who is Willie Moscone?
He is one of the world champions, one of the greats. He used to play in the 50s, I guess.
Tough questions. Okay, Marilyn, you've heard Laurie's first story. Now, let's hear about story number 2. And Kitty, you're starting with a pillow.
Thank you. You have a 5-foot pillow, but can one have a pillow made for the length of one's own husband?
No, not at this given time. We took a survey, and 5 feet was the most comfortable, I guess, for everybody.
Tom.
Is this pillow anatomically correct?
I would hope so. Actually, it has a curve towards your body. So it curves like into your body, like you're snuggling.
Dorothy.
My husband travels a lot. Have you invented anything for them?
No, actually, we have carrying cases, so you can take your pillows with you on the airplane.
Oh, charming. And Morton.
Can the pillow do anything? Does it have an engine in it?
No, it's
no
just
moving parts.
no moving parts. It's just a normal pillow to hug.
Now, Marilyn, you've heard that penetrating cross-examination. Is Laurie the world's pocket champion billiards player, or did she invent the Pillowmate?
I believe that she invented the Pillowmate, and I believe she invented the Pillowmate because she looks very intelligent. She also looks like she desires a man and would want to have that with her.
Oh, please, Marilyn, let's keep it out. Let's keep that on. Now, if you are right on this one, you win $500. Now, Laurie, what is your true story?
To tell the truth, I am the world pocket billiard champion.
I'm sorry, Marilyn. You were wrong, but we do have a very nice gift for you. Thank you. And Laurie, for stumping our contestant, you win $1,000.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to thank you not only for coming on today, but I'm going to ask you to come back, if you will, and show us a little bit of pool.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be back with more, and we'll be showing you some trick shots with Laurie right after this.
Today, beautiful lashes have a way of staying that way. Anti-smudge mascara from CoverGirl. Rich, beautiful color that's very anti-smudge. Standout definition that's very, very smudge-proof. So your lashes stay positively beautiful all day. Anti-smudge mascara.
It doesn't mess around.
CoverGirl, redefining beautiful.
At Vidal Sassoon, we believe getting hair into superior salon condition takes 3 steps: shampoo, conditioner, and finishing rinse. Now, the benefits of these 3 salon steps are in one bottle. Introducing Ultra Care, the first salon shampoo and protein conditioner with the benefits of a finishing rinse. This final step helps seal and protect hair from styling stress. Shampooing, conditioning, even finishing, all in one. For salon quality hair, 3 benefits, 1 bottle. Ultra Care.
Scrub-free bathroom cleaner. It cleans on contact in regular and fresh lemon scent.
We bake pearls made of denture material in this blueberry pie to prove how powerfully Efferdent, America's leading denture cleanser, removes this tough stain, even in between. Efferdent, stronger than stains.
We're back with Laurie John Jones, the world pocket billiards champ. Now, Laurie, you're going to show an idiot like me who's never touched acoustic how I can do a trick shot. What's going on?
Well, you're going to make 2 balls in 1 shot.
Right.
The 2 balls going to go in the corner pocket, and the 1 ball goes in that corner pocket.
Really?
That's right.
And what do I have to do?
All you have to do is hit the 2 ball right in the center, right where it's aiming.
Not too hard.
Nope, hit the cue ball a little bit below center.
Okay.
Not too hard. All right.
Oh!
That's a great shot.
Ah, they were on strings. No. Now, what are you going to... You're going to show us something very difficult that you do at parties for fun and money.
Right. Okay, this shot now, you made 2 balls in 1 shot. I'm going to attempt to make 3 balls in 1 shot.
You don't hang around bars and take small change from little boys,
No, I
I'm sure.
don't. Of course not.
Otherwise, I'd
Okay,
hang
what's going to
around.
happen here, I'm going to pocket the 10 ball, the blue ball, in the corner pocket.
Right.
Sends the yellow and white stripe ball up here in this corner pocket, and the 8 ball in that corner pocket. The
Okay.
cue ball stays where it
Can
is.
she do it? Do you think, ladies and gentlemen? All right. No pressure.
No,
Not any
I know.
pressure, Phil. Okay, all right. Oh! There we go. Okay.
Simple as that.
Now, I know that Kitty Carlisle Hart had a misspent youth in pool halls, did you? Come on, Mort. Set that one up for Mort that I did.
Oh,
One more time.
Mort's
Come on,
standing.
Mort.
He can definitely do it.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I definitely
no,
can
no.
see a pool hall youth in your... Okay, now, you saw what I did? There's the ball. You have a go.
No, you can do
I think
this.
she fixed it nice for you.
Come on.
No, perfect.
Just hit that 11 right in the center. Not too hard.
All
All right. All righty. Well, you'll catch us down the pool hall. That's it for this edition of To Tell the Truth. We'll see you again next time. Congratulations, Laurie.
This is Burton Richardson speaking for To Tell the Truth, a Mark Goodson television production.
Kitty Carlisle, Kitty Carlisle, always lovely, always amorous, not a minute, she's not glamorous, she is on to tell the truth. Kitty, witty, pretty, Kitty.
Kitty Carlisle, the first lady of game shows on To Tell the Truth, weeknights 9:40ish Eastern on Game Show Network.
Kitty.